Welcome to Class 10 AI Exam Ready, your smart guide to mastering CBSE Artificial Intelligence. Clear concepts, exam focus, board-ready success. Let's get started.
Welcome. Have you ever used Google Maps and wondered how it just magically finds the fastest way to get you somewhere? Or when you're on YouTube, how does it know exactly the kind of video you want to watch next? Well, that's not magic, it's artificial intelligence. Today, we're going to jump right into Unit 1 of your CBSE Class 10 AI syllabus. We're going to break down how AI projects are built, the different kinds of AI out there, and maybe most importantly, how we make sure it's all done in a responsible way. This stuff is super important for your exams, so let's get into it. Okay, before we dive into all the techie stuff, let's start with something way simpler. This is an analogy right out of your handbook. Just imagine for a second. You're going to make a birthday card for your mom. What do? I mean, how do you actually go from a blank piece of paper to a finished card that's ready to go? You'd probably think about some ideas, right? Then you'd grab your paper, your colors, all your materials. You'd start making it, and, maybe you'd smudge something and have to fix it or decide to draw something different. See how it's a process? It's a series of steps, and sometimes you go back and fix things. That whole idea of a step-by-step, repeatable process, that's why we call it a cycle. And believe it or not, building a massive, complex AI system follows a very similar kind of plan. It's not just some genius coder sitting in a dark room and poof, an AI appears. Nope. Just like making that card, it follows a structured, well-thought-out plan. And in the world of AI, we call that the AI project cycle. So this is it. This is the official game plan, the roadmap that guides pretty much every single AI project. It takes you all the way from a basic idea to a real working tool that people can use. Knowing these stages is absolutely key. So let's break them down, one by one. Okay, so the AI project cycle has count 'em, 6 key stages. You gotta know these. First up is problem scoping. That's where you figure out what's the actual problem we're trying to solve here. Next, data acquisition. You gotta get your hands on the right data. Then comes data exploration, where you look at that data and try to find patterns. After that, it's modeling. This is the fun part where you actually build the AI. But you're not done. You have to test it in the evaluation stage to see if it even works. And finally, if it passes the test, it's time for deployment, releasing it out into the real world. That whole journey from start to finish is the AI project cycle. All right, so we've got our 6-step plan down. We know how to build an AI project. But now the question is, what kind of AI are we building? The answer to that really depends on the type of data the AI is designed to work with. And based on that, we can split AI into 3 main areas, or domains. First up, we have the domain of statistical data. As the name suggests, this one is all about numbers. This is the kind of AI that chews through huge amounts of numerical data to spot trends, find patterns, and ultimately help make smart decisions.
And your handbook gives the perfect example, a price comparison website. You've totally used one of these, right? When you're looking for the best price on a new phone, there's an AI in the background crunching thousands, maybe millions of numbers, prices from different stores, user ratings, stock levels, all to give you one simple answer. Here's the best deal. That's statistical AI right there.
Now for a second domain, computer vision, which people usually just call CV. This is, and I think this is so cool, this is literally the science of teaching computers how to see. It's about giving machines the ability to look at an image or a video and actually understand what's in it, just like our own eyes do. And you see this tech popping up everywhere. I mean, think about a drone flying over a field of crops. It's using computer vision to see which plants are healthy and which ones are not. Or a security camera in a crowded place, using it to spot unusual behavior. In both cases, the AI is doing the same thing. It's looking at the world and making sense of it. Okay, our third and final domain is natural language processing, or NLP. This is the amazing tech that helps computers understand us, humans, when we talk or write. It's the bridge that lets machines process our messy, complicated, natural language. And I guarantee you use NLP every single day, probably without even thinking about it. You know that spam filter in your email that catches all the junk mail? That's NLP reading the emails and deciding if they're legit. And what about Google Translate? It's not just swapping out words, it's using NLP to figure out the grammar and the real meaning of a sentence to give you a good translation.
So, it's pretty incredible that we can build AI that can see or understand what we're saying. But this brings up a huge question. Just because we can build something, does that mean we should? And how do we make sure these powerful tools are actually used for good? This is where we have to talk about something really important: AI ethics. To help us think through these tough questions, we use something called an ethical framework. The best way to think about it is like a safety checklist or a guide. It's a formal, step-by-step process that makes us pause and really consider the impact of our work, so we can build AI that helps people without accidentally causing problems.
But why? Why is this so important for AI specifically? I mean, why can't we just trust developers to build good things and hope it all works out?
Well, the answer is pretty simple. At its heart, AI is a tool that makes decisions, and those decisions can have a huge impact on real people's lives. Your handbook brings up a perfect and kind of scary example of a hiring tool that was accidentally biased against women. The programmers didn't tell it to be biased, but it learned from unfair data. Without an ethical framework to check our work, AI can take our own hidden biases and just amplify them on a massive scale.
I mean, think about it. Our own decisions are shaped by everything. Our culture, our upbringing, our personal beliefs. And since we're the ones building the AI, all of those biases, the ones we know about and the ones we don't, can sneak their way into the systems we create. That's exactly why we need a formal process to catch these things.
Now, these ethical frameworks aren't all the same. As you can see here, they basically come in two main types. On one hand, you have sector-based frameworks. These are designed for a very specific industry, like a set of rules just for AI in hospitals. And on the other hand, you have value-based frameworks. These are more general and are built around big ideas, like protecting human rights or doing what's best for the most people.
So let's zoom in on a really important sector-based framework called bioethics. This is the ethical rulebook for any AI used in medicine and healthcare. And this is critical because when an AI is helping a doctor diagnose a patient, the stakes are literally life and death. The rules have to be incredibly clear.
Bioethics is built on 4 core principles that you absolutely need to know. First is respect for autonomy, which just means the patient is in charge and gets to make the final decision. Second, do no harm, or non-maleficence. The AI can't make a patient's situation worse. Third is beneficence, meaning the AI has to actually do good and provide a clear benefit. And finally, justice. The system has to be fair to everyone and treat all groups of patients equally.
Your handbook provides a perfect case study of why this is so important. So, there was this AI system designed to find high-risk patients who needed extra medical care. But here's the problem. Instead of being trained on data about how sick people were, it was trained on how much their healthcare had cost in the past. This created a massive, unfair bias. And this is where the bioethics framework could have saved the day. If the developers had used it, they would have been forced to ask, is our system promoting justice? The answer would have been a clear no. They would have had to consider do no harm, and they would have realized their model might actually prevent the sickest but less costly patients from getting the care they needed. This shows you that these frameworks aren't just ideas on paper. They're practical tools for building better, safer AI.
Phew, okay, we have covered a ton of ground. So let's do a super quick recap of the most important takeaways from Unit 1, the stuff you'll definitely want to have locked in for your exams.
All right, let's nail this down. We walk through the 6 stages of the AI project cycle. That's your roadmap for building any AI. We covered the 3 main AI domains: statistical data, computer vision, and NLP. We talked about why ethical frameworks are so critical for preventing bias and harm. And finally, we did a deep dive into the 4 principles of bioethics using a real-world example. That's the core of Unit 1 right there.
And I want to leave you with this final thought. As you go on learning about AI, just remember this. The goal isn't just to build AI that works. The real goal, the bigger challenge, is to build AI that is responsible. AI that's fair, that's safe, and that actually makes society better for everyone. That, right there, is the most important takeaway of all.
Thanks for learning with Class 10 AI Exam Ready.